to the future. Boom 1069 gives you 15 minutes of the biggest throwbacks.
Yo. Well, it's all about red light and button. From certain punk we don't want to hear nothing. What do you say, goofy again? Alright, no manner. Kiss girl below them label. Them a practice when them watch fan cable. Me now power up in a them stable. Them can't brand me with them label. No manner. Kiss girl below them label. Them a practice when them watch fan cable. Me now power up in a them stable. Them can't brand me with them label. No manner do enough it do. True enough it true. Said them was experience something new. But we a go bun boat him and him crew. And we no business a who. The boy I deny the truth, and we don't see it. Say him no stop heat up the way meet. The whole of the evidence left on the teeth. We pickaxe and shovel you that I go get beat. Them a kiss girl below the navel. Them a practice where them watch man cable. Me now power up in a them stable. Them can't brand me with them label. No man a kiss girl below them navel. Them a practice where them watch man cable. Me now power up in a them stable. Them can't brand me with them label.
Oh, she be chatting on your face and she every day she dress up in the same. When you see them here say she no wash her. Oh, she be chat up in your face and she every day she dress up in the same. When you see them here say she no wash her.
Back to the future.
You say you're hotter than the rest, better than the rest. Picture you facing with no slick one test. Hotter than the rest, no girl can't test. Not for them a tata in and them want on the best.
Moschino Versace me fling down. You know what Dolce and Gabbana me a bring down. Cause some no love we a travel and a bustle every day. But they can't ship back me new wingdom. Moschino Versace we fling down. You know what Dolce and Gabbana we a bring down. Cause some no love we a travel and a bustle every day. But they can't ship back me new wingdom.
Hands up, girl from you know say you never bow. No man never yet say you know how. One thing in the life where you're sure about. You not go bow for nobody again. Hands up, girl from you know say you never bow. No man never yet say you know how. One thing in the life where you're sure about. You not go bow for nobody. Yeah, yeah. Drop them when you flop, but told them, girl, they don't know. From the day you're on the table, but down your blow. You're not bout down, you're not thinking though. Tell like you list, girl, say we go. Hey, fill up now money, you're not about, you're not here. No man never yet pull up the back of your hair. Nobody out the road can style your career. I me tell them I need the air. Hands up, girl, from your nose, say you never bow. No man never yet say you know how. One thing in the life I you're sure about. You're not about nobody.
Remix. T.O.K. lights on, 303 lights on, T.O.K. lights on, star.
Hey, Mona Lisa.
Back to the future.
Say you are mad, tell me now your tight dress. Make them know say it's the latest. Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa. You want the bomb, yo, number one, yo. When I kiss it to the nice. If I could touch your body, knowing that everybody has a body like you. But I gotta think twice before I give my heart away. I know all the games they play because I play them too. Oh, but I need some time off from that emotion. Time to pick my heart up off the floor. And when that love comes down, it how emotion. But it takes a strong man, baby. But I'm showing you the door. But I gotta have faith. I gotta have faith. Baby. But I gotta have faith. I gotta have faith. Said I gotta have faith. Baby, I know you're asking me to stay. Say please, don't go away. You say I'm giving you the blues.
The girls when I give her the
Maybe you mean everybody say. Bro, and I'm on way of a big ninja bike to my right hand.
Back to the future.
When I have the right gear, me all night for you dive on. Give me the right slam, cause that girl you no care. Ninja bike to my right hand, no wanna flim flam. When I have the right gear, bounce me all night for you dive on. Give me the right slam, cause that girl you no care. Under 50 them a push over, them bike they can't reach a Dover. All enough man just get left in a middle when me tell them fi run fi cover. I'ma say before you make another speech,
Make sure your bike can reach. Cause we know when you pick me up, me and the grill and broke down.
No pain. And that's a dance on rock.
Lord
And
of
we can't
mercy.
stop that. Dance on rock, big features crack. Dance on rock, grandma and papa. Don't stop rock, no.
Back to the future.
Yeah, wants me, and I'm gonna be there.
Yes, man.
New York City's calling.
Back to the future.
Taking you back for a little bit before we bring it forward to present day. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Get on up, get on up, get on up. Come. Give yourself a round of applause. We made it. It's a brand new day. It's the beginning of another month. It's the beginning of September. Morning. Kid, you good?
I did.
It was a while. It has been a while, my brother.
Been a minute.
Yeah, but we here. DJ Kid is inside. Fugitive, we're inside. All right, holding it down for Shady. Well, Shady, I believe, is still, gallivanting would be the right word. But he should be back tomorrow. All right, Bing. Wishing Bing a speedy recovery. Not too sure how many of you heard, of the recent blackout that he experienced, which resulted in a fall that damaged about 2 fingers.
Yeah, he broke 2 fingers.
A cracked rib and all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's not in a good place right now. So we want to go ahead and wish him a speedy recovery. All right, but nonetheless, it's a great feeling. It's a pleasure having you all inside with us. Nonetheless, good morning, the early risers. Good morning. Welcome one and all. Welcome. It is September. And I know, it's back to school. Yeah, kudos to all the kids, the parents, the teachers, the principals, the Ministry of Education. Everybody's total excitement across the country right now. Back to school for most. Back to school for most people. All right. Have an exciting morning lineup for you this morning. All right. Let me see. It's the top of the hour, so let's do that. It's 7 o'clock. Let's do that, and we come right back and I'll let you know what's happening, what's going to be happening for the rest of this morning. Give me locked inside OMG on a Monday morning. DJ Fugitive, Millennium Kid signing in.
OMG in the morning. OMG in the morning. Lighting up SVG on Boom 1069.
There's only one way to do it. Yeah. This is how we just do it. Last night wasn't your last night, but today could be your last day. So let me celebrate today. Yeah. Yesterday was yesterday, but tomorrow we don't know. So let me commemorate this date. Yeah, and let me do this one big, gigantic, bombastic. Let me do this big, real big, fantastic. So put your hand in the air and let me do this in grand style. In grand style, celebrating a fine style. In fine style, let me do this huge, real huge. Let me do this monstrous, boisterous. All of us put something up in the air. Raise it for the world to see. Let me engrave it in history and embrace the moment. Let me cherish the moment and enjoy the vibes while we are alive.
Madam, Lord. See my ex with a new man. Feel like she new burn. We inside a session. Party kicking up hard. She put up, she 2-1. Winding back on the man. You think I gave a damn? The mad.
The day you leave me, the day you leave, I started to see my way. When you hurt me and went away,
Truly, it is a blessing to be alive. The most, like I would always say, the most underrated blessing is waking up every morning, and we take that for granted. You know, we have been taking that for granted. I mean, we've been seeing it. You know, so many of our friends who we had, let's say, in the past 2 years, a number of them, with no kind of explanation, health-wise or any otherwise. And that's it. Gone on to the great beyond. Let me give you a weird story. Notting Hill weird story. So there's this brother who we met after we were introduced the first day. Well, you know, Notting Hill Carnival is Carnival Sunday and Monday. So we met, like most would have realized, I played with a band that was predominantly Trinidad and St. Lucia, Jamaica. I think we had about 8 to 10 Vincentians playing with the band. And outside of that, predominantly Trini, Lucia, and Jamaican. Nonetheless, so I was introduced to this gentleman who was one of the band leaders. And he did a pretty good job with keeping things in check, keeping the float, you know, moving and so on, working along with the other marshals and directing, you know, the free movement of the truck with the traffic, you know, the pedestrians, all the revelers that would have been on the road and so on, working along with the police. That was Sunday, and that was Monday. I'm assisting on the truck with the distribution of drinks and food, making sure all the revelers good, the masqueraders satisfied. And we pulled off the road. I think it was about 7:30 we pulled off the road. And we should have done so at 7 o'clock, but we did at 7:30. About 5 minutes after we pulled off the road, we saw the ambulance on the speed, maneuvering the crowd, only to find out that that same gentleman, part of the band leadership for the band that I played with, had 2 strokes followed by a heart attack. Right on the truck, moments after we pulled off the road following Notting Hill. Yeah, just like that. A simple, listen, weird.
Madness, eh?
Weird. I mean, how do you respond to these things? I mean, it has been quite a hectic. So it's like moving from the fetting and the frolicking and the revelry on the road for 2 days and being rushed to the ICU, fighting for your life, ending up and succumb to, you know, whatever followed, you know, the repercussions of the stroke, or 2 strokes and a heart attack, one after the next. God is good, nonetheless. If you don't believe in Father God, listen, start putting your faith and your trust. That's the only way right now. No mommy, no daddy, no uncle, no auntie. School is reopening, no teacher, no politician. You can't leave Father God out of the mix. I tell you now, this straight up. You can't leave the Almighty out of the mix. Include him in whatever it is you set out to do what you did today. Going forward, make sure that the Almighty is part of everything that you do. The early risers, good morning. Let's celebrate. We got life. We have you inside with us. Anne is inside. Good morning. Anne Marie is also inside with us. Shortmus, happy to see you inside from early, my brother. Welcome. We're going inside West St. George this morning. Kashaka Cupid will be inside with us this morning around 7:30 upwards. We have Sian coming in, calling in at about 7:20. So, you know, right after Sian, we're gonna have Kishaka. We'll be talking West St. George, Shortmus, and I'm hoping that you can share, being one of the stalwarts, one of the die-hard community activist. You would have done a lot community-wise in the community of West St. George, Belfongo and the likes. Morning, morning, morning. Marissa. Marissa is inside. Debbie is inside. George. Buenos dias, my brother. Morning, morning, morning. Hey, Rosemary. Rosemary, I should have been in New York. But circumstances beyond my control. I had to switch it up for a little bit. I'll be there soon. No worries. All right? Just to let you know. Who else we got? Arnold is inside. Jacqueline is inside with us. All you come morning. Remember, the mission is to share the live. Sylvia is inside. Winston Money Matthews is inside. Preston Johnson is inside. Arnold. Who else we got? Michael is inside. Bernadette. Helena. Judy is inside. Debbie Wynn is inside. Morning. Welcome everybody. Welcome one and all. It's a beautiful Monday. It is back to school. Where are we going this morning? Okay, let me see. We take a 5 minutes and then we go to the commercials. Take a 5 minutes. No, it's back to school. And we're hearing that in spite of the delays with the Saudi fund, which the loan that we should have gotten from the Saudi funds, we're hearing that there's a delay in us receiving that, which would affect the extent of works that should have been carried out to coincide with the reopening of schools. I don't want to beat up on anybody. I'm not going to beat up on anybody because clearly it is out of the hands of the authorities, the government. All right. We had some funds through Parliament that we did receive, that we were able to allocate. All right. $2 million that went towards that. I think the overall figure that they quoted was $4.5 million is what that figure should have been. But via cabinet, we were able to allocate for the $2 million. So there's some works that were carried out, some works were done. My question is with the delay with the funds that should have been received by now by Saudi Arabia, that is scheduled, what they're saying, that would not be available until September. It didn't say September 1st or September 30th. It said September. My only question there is, that means what in terms of the repairs that should have been done at the respective schools? Is it that we wait until Christmas? Are we going to be working on weekends? We're going to be working on evenings after school? It didn't say, but that's my main concerns, because there's some schools that are definitely they are in dire need of repairs. All right, so at least it would be good to have that up and running. I'm just saying, like I said, I am not beating up on anybody. Even if we go down to Union Island and we hear that the materials that went down to Union Island for the repairs at the Union Island, the primary school, it disappeared in less than a day, it says. This is total madness. I am not beating up on anybody. They say I am too political. I'm not going to be political. But it says, let me read so I don't misquote anybody. According to Eyewitness News, building materials for Union Island schools disappear. According to the Works Minister, building materials sent to Union Island to repair one of the primary schools that were damaged by Hurricane Beryl over a year ago disappeared less than a day. Less than 1 day after they arrived. This according to the Deputy Prime Minister Montgomery Daniel, who is also the Minister of Works, and he said that the electrical mains at the Mary Hutchison Primary School were also damaged days before an inspection was to have taken place. Somebody trying to spite the thing. Yeah, it's a sabotage, it's a setup. Somebody trying to make the government look bad down in Union Island, because I can't understand this. You have an inspection scheduled for tomorrow, and today somebody wickedly went into the school that was damaged over a year ago by Hurricane Beryl. Roofs and all came flying off. Wires, electrical wires ripped apart, and you schedule to have an inspection done tomorrow, and somebody some way somehow found out that you coming down to inspect, and they wickedly, spitefully went to the school and further damaged the electricals that were remaining following the passage of Hurricane Beryl. That's how I had to put it. Not to show what that would have done to the damage that was already done to the electricals. I'm trying to understand the tampering with the electricals there mean what? Because if no works were done on the school as yet, I don't get the impression that the electricians would have been that crazy to go and rewire, have their rewiring done even before an inspection. So the tampering there means what? And what was actually done to whatever wiring remained there following the passage of Hurricane Beryl? Just help me to understand. I see persons making all kind of claims. Oh, the minister is lying, he this and he that. I ain't going down that road. I just think that he could have taken a bit more time and come up with a better response to that situation. I can't say, it will not be professional of me to say that he is lying, and I don't want to sound political to go to. I'm not going down that road. I am just humbly saying, I think he could have taken a bit more time to offer us a better response. I mean, having gone through an education revolution and all these things, you know, that people thinking differently, critical thinkers, independent thinkers we have that we're working with. So you have to be better with your responses these days, Mr. Minister, with all due respect. But I don't understand it. Don't they have security on the compound? So are you saying that within half of a day, you delivered materials to the school, on the premises of the school, and they disappeared in less than a day? That speaks to other things at play. Well, he did say that he turned the matter over. He reported the matter. The matter was reported to the police, and the police would do their job and get to the bottom of it. But I just trying to understand. I mean, half of a day on the school premises. So it means that it's either one, the security is involved, or two, there weren't any security. I don't know. I'm seeking answers. I guess we'll find out. But we'll stick up in there. We go play some bells, and we come right back. We'll be locked inside OMG on a Monday morning. Back to school. Wishing all the students, parents, teachers the very best today. Let's go play some bells and we come back.
OMG in the morning. Money matters on Boom 106.9 FM. Brought to you by Boom 106.9, the sound setter of radio.
Young got no money back calling me splurge. Why me jump right out the curb?
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we telling now. Bend that over, let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 106.9.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 106.9.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
For 40 years, we've refined the rhythm of beer, mastering the balance of bold and smooth, crafting flavors that echo through SVG. Between the limes and the laughter, we've carried our expertise across the Caribbean, one brew at a time, perfecting the process, deepening the craft, learning what makes beer not just tasted, but felt. And now, with all that we've learned, we bring you what's next. The next wave of refreshment, the next chapter in our story, the next taste to define a generation, not just another drink. This is the extension of who we are, the next experience, the next icon, imagined and brewed right here at home. It's not just what's next for us, it's what's next for you. It's what's beyond expectations. Own it, define it, make your mark. High Rune next. This is the extension of passion, of possibility. High Rune next. The future of beer. Made in St. Vincent and the Grenadines by the hands that have mastered the craft for 40 years.
This isn't just a run. With each step begins a new journey. A journey of determination, persistence, and self-discovery. With each step, I am back on a quest to push myself beyond expectations, beyond standards. Each stretch, a reminder of the flexibility of the human spirit. With each step, I am breaking barriers. As I push to the finish, I'm filled with pride, not just for what I've achieved today,
See, I wasted no time. See, I wasted. I guess he was so excited that I am back on all these things. You can't miss a minute, not missing a beat. You're not coming into your thoughts. Let me try calling back, because you're not coming into your thoughts. Okay, alright, no problem. I'm not too sure. Alright, so, is it my end? Is it our end? I guess we'll await the arrival of Sion. Let's try this again. Is it better now, Sion? Hello? Yeah, yes, yeah. It's much better now? I'm having a bit of a, I don't use my phone, but on the phone it sounds real sketchy. Yeah, we've been experiencing that lately. Very, very sketchy. I'm not, well, I don't know if it's coming too clearly. You're clear from this end. You're clear from this end. Right, but hold 1 second, let's check something. Hold 1 second there. Okay. Any better? Any better there? It's about the same thing. It's about the same thing. That we kind of something you were thinking. But let me try and make a presentation. Right. Yeah. Now, last week, right, the
started to get some backlash. Now, let me see that, and Fuji, you've been on radio for a while with me. I have never, over the last 6 years, commented on Travis Harry one way or the other. Not one way or the other, regardless to what you said. I've never one way or the other commented on Travis, regardless to what you said. Except to say, he's from Chateaubelair, he's my cousin, a distant relative. I've known him for most of my life. But for about 6 years or so, he had been championing the cause of the opposition. And, you know, wanted to see
Six years or so.
And he had his reasons. Whether I agree with those reasons or not, I never commented. But I guess most people who know me and listen to me on radio would know instinctively that I disagree fundamentally with most of what you said. But I never got into it with him. I never got into it with him. Hello? From the same people, you dropped out a little bit. Hello?
You dropped out a little bit. I don't know. But we're trying to rectify whatever the issue might be there. But go ahead.
I was saying, for whatever reason, well, I know why, but he's been getting a lot of flack. And the individuals who once held him up and championed him are now championing him. I mean, really championing him, taking a ton on Travis. And what has his message been? His message has been, over the last couple of days, that the style of campaign of the New Democratic Party is not progressive in terms of the attitude towards dissent, the attitude towards criticism. He says that they curse people and their platform is built on a hate. Now, that is something I've said before. That is something we've said in the ULP. That is something I believe fundamentally started after the ULP won the elections in 2001. That the attitude of the NDP was one where they started to demonize Dr. Gonzalez as an individual and spew like open, naked hate that even ultimately led to violence. So that's his message. Look how we read. And he's providing examples of that hatred, that vile type of behavior, or the bile that is spewed. And this is what he has experienced as part of, championing their cause. As a matter of fact, he has even gone as far as making a comparison, saying, look, as much as I've been licking up the ULP over and over and over, when people meet me, they greet me, they're cordial, they joke. But when those who I'm championing meet me, they ignore me, they look away, they pass me straight, they're upset. As a matter of fact, Fuji, in your own personal circumstance, I am very convinced, I am assured even, that in your daily movements throughout the country, individuals who and so forth, the minute you go on that radio station and say something adverse to the NDP, boy like Fuji Shallow boy like a pay Fuji, and so on and so forth. I listened to you this morning. I'm going to make 2 points in relation to that. I listened to you this morning about something that the minister may have said. I tuned in a little late, so I didn't get the gist of it. And you're dissatisfied with the response of the minister. And that's your right. You can be dissatisfied and you can listen. I'm going to audit you. I'm not satisfied with that. I'm holding you accountable. Come better than that. But sometimes I wonder, where's that same level of accountability with the opposition? So, for example, without anyone pushing them, the leader of the opposition over a year ago said in a press conference that as elected representatives, they see it as their duty and responsibility to assist in a disaster. And they were going to try to raise
seem to be having some issues from your end as well.
It's not good at all.
Yeah, I'm not sure why or what is happening, but the technicians are working on it as we speak. But we having some intermittent disruptions from your end as well.
I'm not sure. Because I'm not hearing clearly. I'm barely hearing because you sound so muffled like you have two socks over the phone.
Yeah,
I'm hardly hearing you.
I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know if you wanna probably reschedule or something and we try working on it.
Yeah, that's what we do, Fuji. Because of the way things are. Let me try this again tomorrow morning.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Alright. So just give us a little time to see what's up. Alright.
Have a good one.
Alright, so just bear with us a minute or two. Alright, let's see what may be causing this issue all of a sudden. Alright, give it a minute or two. We have the technicians are going at it already. Soon we'll have it rectified. Alright, please and thanks. Thank you for understanding as well.
Let's go! Boom 106.9, the sound setter of radio.
Ain't got no money back calling me splurge. Why me jump right off the curb?
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we're telling all. Bend that over, let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 106.9.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 106.9.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
For 40 years, we've refined the rhythm of beer, mastering the balance of bold and smooth, crafting flavors that echo through SVG. Between the limes and the laughter, we've carried our expertise across the Caribbean, one brew at a time, perfecting the process, deepening the craft, learning what makes beer not just tasted, but felt. And now, with all that we've learned, we bring you what's next. The next wave of refreshment, the next chapter in our story, the next taste to define a generation, not just another drink. This is the extension of who we are, the next experience, the next icon, imagined and brewed right here at home. It's not just what's next for us, it's what's next for you. It's what's beyond expectations. Own it, define it, make your mark. High Rune next. This is the extension of passion, of possibility. High Rune next. The future of beer. Made in St. Vincent and the Grenadines by the hands that have mastered the craft for 40 years.
This isn't just a run. With each step begins a new journey. A journey of determination, persistence, and self-discovery. With each step, I am back on a quest to push myself beyond expectations, beyond standards. Each stretch, a reminder of the flexibility of the human spirit. With each step, I am breaking barriers. As I push to the finish, I'm filled with pride. Not just for what I've achieved today, but for the journey that has brought me here. This isn't just a run. It's a testament to the human spirit, and I am here for it. Island Sips, beyond standards, beyond expectations, beyond water.
All started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
You're watching IKTV, channel 112. It's all about you.
The sound setter of radio.
Never got no one that back calling me splurge. Watch me jump right off the curb.
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we telling all. Bend that over, let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 106.9.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 106.9.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
For 40 years, we've refined the rhythm of beer, mastering the balance of bold and smooth, crafting flavors that echo through SVG. Between the limes and the laughter, we've carried our expertise across the Caribbean, one brew at a time, perfecting the process.
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain, when I believed in forever and everything would stay the same. Now my heart feel like December when somebody say your name. Cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day. Hey. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Hey, hey. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost, and I felt all of the hatred was too powerful to stop. Now my heart feel like an ember, and it's lighting up the dark. I'll carry these torches for you, and you know I'll never drop. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Yeah, yeah. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your.
coming here. Oh, I come to make a line. Pass a little wine. I give you a hint, I give you a sign, but you still acting like if you're blind. Look. All I want is alcohol. I don't want no small talk. I come here to get on. All I want is alcohol. I don't want no small talk. I come here to get on. I come here to drink. I come here to drink.
We got about 10 minutes away from 8 o'clock. That was an experience. All right. Council Jomo Thomas is inside with us. He is already backstage and has been waiting. Let's hoping that the audio is much better now and everything is rectified. And it's smooth sailing going forward. StreamYard is up. Let's go with
Plain talk. Plain talk with Jomo Thomas.
So much things to say right now.
All you talk now on OMG. Plain talk. Plain talk with Jomo.
Council, good morning.
Good morning, Uji. Good morning, Liam. Most of all, good morning, dear listeners. There's a feedback.
Sorry for the delay. There's a feedback. Kid, there's a feedback.
Yeah, I'm hearing myself.
Technical issues earlier, so we had to basically reset everything. So we'll have it. Let me know if this is better.
Hello?
I'm asking, is this better? Any better?
It sounds that way. It sounds that way. Yeah, thanks.
Let's give it a shot.
Not a good way to start September, but I think we'll work it out. You know, back in 1993, a Calypsonian by the name of Black Ibu, who happens to be a blood relative of mine, did a calypso called Bear Your Grime. And he talked about the conditions in the country, and the hook was Bear Your Grime. In fact, I saw him do a verse of that song on Emancipation Morning up in Diamond, where we went to celebrate Emancipation Day. Each year, the brothers and sisters of Diamond, spearheaded by Diamondites, and this year there was some collaboration with the Ministry of Culture, hold an event to bring in emancipation. So Ibu came, and he was there with Paya Empress, and people asked him, and he did this verse from the song Bear Your Grime. And I say that to say that I was looking at social media, and I saw this snippet from a presentation which Prime Minister Gonzalez did. I presume it was in Chateaubriand because he was talking about Carlos James and what Carlos James could do and Carlos James could not do. And I heard him say that, oh, if Carlos did promise to get your work at the hospital, and he didn't get it, well, just hold on a little more. We neighbor, get your house fixed up, and you didn't get yours yet. Just hold on because you're part of the Labour family. Well, two things arose from that. One is the question of ministers getting people jobs in particular places. And I raise it because as somebody who has done a number of judicial review matters against the government, you hear the people from the Public Service Commission and the advocates for the government would come and say, oh, you know, the Public Service Commission is an independent constitutionally provided body that allows for independence. And one wonders, how much independence does this organization get when the head of the government says that his minister could call a particular division of government to ensure that this or that person get a job, irrespective of the merit? Or if there's a pool of persons waiting, that minister can call and the person gets to jump over whoever had been on the waiting list. So that's one point. Because it's a legal, constitutional point that people need to pay attention to, and maybe somebody someplace need to start compiling all of these statements by government officials, so that when there are cases where they attempt to speak to the independence of bodies like the Public Service Commission, we can compile a list of all of these things to attach to legal documents to show that the executive itself talks about these positions and talks about government official, the executive having overwhelming control over who gets and who does not get a job, or who get a job when they get the job, and so on and so forth. That's the one point. The other point is the Prime Minister telling people that, look, you're a party supporter. I don't want to hear no grumbling from none of you. I don't want no grumbling. If you're going to grumble, wait until after the election. All you need to do now is to shut up. And when election day comes, go to the polls and vote me again. Now, there was a reel by a young woman. I don't know if you saw it, Fuji, and I don't know how many of our listeners saw it. But it had to do with the government decision to give away plantains. And the young lady, somebody was saying to me just this morning that she's a character on social media. But she was talking about the fact, government giving away plantains, they refrain from her. What do you meet? What do you meet?
Oh, right, yeah.
You saw that, Fuji?
Yeah, I did.
Right. And she went on to use a statement which cannot be repeated in polite company as it relates to people who are saying that the government is such a great government because the government is giving away plantain. So here you have a prime minister who has been in power for coming up now to 25 years. And he has had 30,000 plus people voting for his party, which allowed them to win repeatedly over those 25 years. And he wants a sixth term. And he's saying to his supporters, if a neighbor gets something and you ain't get yet, just hold on. Don't grumble, don't make no noise. Most importantly, don't say you're not voting for the party or that you're not voting. The most important thing in your life is to go out and vote for the party. Well, if anybody takes that, that's a special kind of stupid, right?
Of course it is.
Because it's not as if for many of these supporters, they have been waiting 1 week, 1 year, or 5 years. It is not only in this election cycle, 2020 to 2025, that some of these people have been waiting. Some of them have been waiting for a very, very long time. And if you really vote for a party or support in a party because you think that you're going to get something personally from it, and you haven't gotten it after 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, you need to rethink. One, whether parties are going to give you what they say they would give you. Or two, if you haven't gotten what they promised to give over all of these years, then it's really time for you to change your mind as to whether you're voting for that party or not. That doesn't mean that you may not like this individual or that individual. That does not mean that you may think that all of them are bad. That doesn't mean that you may think that the government is bad. What you need to do is to ensure that the people who are looking for your support don't play you for fools. And I think a lot of time politicians tend to play electorate, voters, constituents for fools. Because you can't go into a village and tell everybody that you're going to solve the unemployment problem and give the impression that all of the unemployed people in that village or that town or that constituency would get jobs, because it's just impossible. But if you do that, then expect it's going to come back to haunt you when 4 years go by, 10 years go by, and you're still telling the person to hold on. Because essentially, what you would be doing is to tell that person to bear the grind.
Carry the fool a little further.
If you can bear your grind, I mean, I can't stop you from doing that. But it seems to me the time has long passed where if you supported a government because you expect something and you haven't gotten it,
or you were promised something,
or you were promised and you didn't get it, the time has come for you to think again. And no kind of foolish talk about this is Labour family and nobody leave the Labour family and all such nonsense. That shouldn't bear on your mind in any way at all. What you have to begin to think about is, does my country deserve something different or something better? Do I deserve something different or better?
Okay, Council, before you move on to the next point, let's just take a pin. Let's go to the
It's the same point, but I was going to make another. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. All right, just bear with us.
OMG in the morning, lighting up SVG on Boom 106.9. OMG in the morning.
Okay, Council. Yeah, we just have to do that.
You're back with me?
Yeah, we're back.
Oh, great. The other point I was going to make, because it's the other side of what I just said about you and the Labour family, right? And it goes like this. You hear the Prime Minister, I haven't heard any other party candidates, any other candidate for the ULP say it. But the Prime Minister says this, and he's been saying it for a long time. If you think things bad now, try being in opposition. I don't know if you ever heard that spin. But think about it. If you are unemployed and you have been supporting a given party, in this case, the governing party, the Unity Labour Party, and what could be worse if you are unemployed and another party get in power? In fact, there's a real chance that you might just get a job because you have been unemployed. But it's a kind of dumbing down of people to make them feel that there's something special about being in this or that party, and certainly in being in the Labour Party. This whole notion that we are family, almost a kind of mafia-like connection. Because there was a time when they said, nobody leaves the party. And I heard the Prime Minister saying, over all the years, we hardly had anybody leaving. Everybody seemed to be satisfied. But certainly, if you have a situation where you're telling people, if you think things bad now, try opposition, you're really scraping at the bottom of the barrel. You're really, really trying. It's almost a Jim Jonesian kind of presentation where you're saying nothing can be worse, or you have no opportunity at all of getting better or being in a better station in life because your party in power. And if you're unemployed, you're in poverty, your house breaking down, the roads where you live ain't fixed. If you think that's bad, try something else. I mean, that's the worst kind of foolishness.
Of course it is.
And we need to disabuse our members, our citizens, our people who listen to us. You have to think beyond that. And that is why politicians in many respects don't like critical thinkers. That is why they don't like people who ask questions. That is why they don't like people who are in their face saying, look, you promise, or people who say you got to remember not to forget. Politicians say this, hold them to that. So those are the 2 points I wanted to make. Be on your grind. And if you think things bad,
try the party being in opposition.
My final word on this is, if you think things bad now, try anything else than what obtains, because there's a real chance that things may get just a little better. Right. That's my take this morning, Pooji.
Thank you, Council.
Until we meet again.
Tomorrow, God's willing. Take it easy.
Yes. Goodbye.
All right. So, kiddo. So thank you to Council. A little bit behind schedule, a little bit behind time due to some technical issues that we experienced here in studio. We have to reset a number of things. All right. So once again, we do humbly apologize. Keshaka Cupid, NDP's candidate for Western George, he is has been in studio about 45 minutes now. There about how about that? Okay, make sure that his mic is nearly in. Make sure that his mic is up. Make sure it's good, and the camera is on. Yeah. All right. Keshaka, morning, my brother. Welcome.
Morning, Fuji.
Okay,
morning,
welcome.
DJ Kid.
Welcome.
Morning to the listeners here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and in the wider world.
Oh yeah, they're there and they've been anxiously waiting, highly anticipating, my brother. They're there. They're there. All right.
It's my first time on Boom. So
your first time?
Yeah, man.
Also, welcome. And what a way to usher you in.
Yeah, man. Technical difficulties.
Welcome to the Boom family. Yeah, and you're free to leave whenever you want to leave. We're not holding you against your will. All right? Yes, the Boom family. We're family up inside here, and we welcome you with open arms.
Yeah, man. I appreciate the warm welcome.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. So now that we're past the technicalities, I know that there's so many out there who want to get a chance to interact with you for a little bit. So we're not gonna stall. Keshaka Cupid, NDP's candidate for the Western George constituency. Now, I've known you for donkey years, sports, grammar school, income tax, and the first question that popped into my head when I heard the announcement is, boy, Shaka know what he doing, boy. What kind of madness is this? But I mean, you could have chosen anything else, and you could have walked towards becoming the control of inland revenue and all them kind of. You could have aspired for that. Why politics, brethren? Why? I don't get it. Why? Or active politics?
Yeah.
Why active politics?
Well, when you have a calling on your life, you come to the realization that this is something that needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very spiritual, and I have seen the way in which the country has been governed for the last 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
And what I did, I decided to see the Most High before making this bold and sacrificial step. Because
right.
I gotta say
you
sacrificial.
Said it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I prayed about my decision for like about a week or so.
Mm-hmm.
And there was only one conclusion that I came to, like, this is what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not about me, but it's about serving the people of West St. George and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And it may seem as though, as I said, it was a difficult decision, but when you're connected with the Holy Spirit, when you finally get that go ahead, there's a sense of peace and a sense of calm that comes over within your
confidence.
Yeah, well, confidence emanates from that too. And I know this is the right decision that I have made in my personal life, as you rightfully mentioned. There's a professional side to it that I could have embarked on, but this is my calling, and this is what I need to do for the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, because West St. George has been underrepresented for the last.
Tell me about it.
You could say 25 years, and
tell me about it.
The people have been crying out for proper representation.
Fed up, cry out.
Yeah, and when you connected to people and you see them going through hardships and suffering, and you're in a position where you could impact their lives positively.
Right.
I decided to step out of my, you could say, generally comfort zone. Because let me be honest, on a personal level, I love challenges. I embrace challenges, and none greater than joining the opposition, who has been in opposition for over for the last 5 elections or so. And there are persons who would say, oh, the opposition this, the opposition that. Oh, they don't know how to win. But with the new slate of candidates now, we entering politics with basically a clean slate.
I'm thinking it's safe to say it's a fresh opposition.
Yes, and we're adding value to the experience that is already there. For example, our esteemed leader, Dr. Godwin Friday, Major Sinclair Leacock, Nigel Nature Stevenson, Chairman Cummins, Terrence. These guys have been there for a very long time, and it's not easy being in opposition for such a long time. It takes a lot of personal sacrifice. And my hat goes out. I'm not wearing a hat right now like you, but my cap goes out to them. And I have a lot of respect and a lot of admiration for them. And let me just say, the NDP is on the rise. And when I joined the party, I was welcomed with open arms. A number of persons reached out to me before my candidacy, and I am really enjoying the experience because what is key for me though, politics is all about people. And I love interacting with people. As we hear, we gonna be back and forth just now.
Of course.
And this is as you said, this is my thing. I love interacting with people, and I have been in the constituency for the last several months, engaging persons and getting my focus is on improving the lives of my people. And in order to do that, you must be connected to the people.
You have to.
You must be connected. You must build a relationship with them.
What has the response been like from family members? I mean, close relatives. I mean, you're a family man as well. How has that support been like since you stepped forward?
Well, the support has been excellent. To be honest with you, I basically grew up in an NDP household. My father was an ally with the late Honorable Yvonne Francis Gibson. They worked together for a number of years. Actually, the road on which I live, that was a self-help project under the late Yvonne Francis Gibson. My father was instrumental in that. Yes, community development days.
Good old days.
We don't have those anymore.
We don't, definitely not.
But that will change under an NDP administration, because Major Sinclair Leacock has been advocating consistently for the Constituency Development Fund, and that is something that the NDP will return. Now it doesn't matter whether you win your seat in government or in opposition. You as an elected member will be provided the necessary financial resources to ensure that you are able to get things done in your constituency.
So what are you saying? Like for example, if you could simplify it, for example, like the calls that are being made now for the opposition to be doing this and to be doing that, you're saying under an NDP government, they will ensure that even if you're in opposition, you too would have allocation of funds so that you can do your own project within your constituency.
What the essence of this situation, right? Though they're elected members of parliament, and when you're elected, you're elected to serve the people.
Of course.
And in order to serve the people, you must be provided with the tools to do the job. Okay. So if the tools are not being accessible,
the resources,
you're unable to do anything or do anything significant. And that is very important for persons to realize though. We have been in opposition for over 25 years, and it's difficult for elected members to really get things done because
It's not a level playing field.
No, the government controls all the state resources. They don't distribute or allocate any to the opposition. Yeah, coming back to the support, the family support has been overwhelming. To be honest with you, my mother is originally from the Ashburton area,
right?
Which, as you would know, is an NDP stronghold.
Well, I don't know. I
you.
heard so. I heard so.
Well, yeah, well, State George, man, you should do
yeah.
this. Yeah, it's an NDP struggle. My grandparents, my grandfather is deceased now. But my grandmother is still alive in her 80s, and my mother grew up there. And but what is striking though, because it's an NDP stronghold, the current state of the roads they're in terrible condition.
So you mean no work is being done?
Absolutely none.
No work is being done because the area is an NDP stronghold.
That is a lot of persons.
We still doing them kind of politics.
Yeah, well, there's in nature of this administration.
And that's your conclusion.
No. There's a fact.
Okay.
There's a fact. The roads need to be resurfaced. The roads need special care and attention.
You see, the thing is, I'm asking that because where I am living, you would know the name better than I do, right? I know it's wrong in the back. I call it wrong in the back, right? We don't have roads wrong inside there either. You've seen it. You've been up in there quite a lot. By the way, I've seen you. We've been living in Belmont area there for about 12 years now. I've seen the present representative up inside there once when he started, when he got involved, when it was announced that he's gonna represent.
Well,
right?
The candidate.
Yeah, the candidate. I see Mike Brown, for example, up in, well, I mean, because he has lands round inside there, so you would say more frequent.
Yeah.
But even when he was in active politics, you saw him, you know, every now and again you saw him. I can't remember ever seeing Sesmaki up inside there. Okay. But at least I saw Curtis King once.
Okay.
That ain't bad. I've seen you so far about three or four times.
Could be 5 too.
Could be 5. Yeah. I mean, that is good. That is commendable. But the point I was making, right? Why now I was comparing what's happening in Ashburton, right, where you're claiming that it is an NDP stronghold, hence the reason why the roads aren't being fixed, they're not being upkept, they're not being repaired. Where I am living up inside there, that is a known ULP stronghold, but we don't have roads up inside there either. So is it that the representative just not representing?
Well, I think that could be a major part of it, because once you're not present in the constituency, once you're not connected to the people, once you don't go around on a consistent basis, you won't know what is going on in the constituency.
So you're saying that he don't know that we need roads up inside there?
It would appear that, because if he came the last election, he won't know what is currently happening.
My brother,
it
is. All right. But Keshaka Cupid being given the nod. All right, come elections day, you're triumphant at the polls. All right. What is top priority for you, for the people of West St. George? From all that you've seen, I mean, you born, bred, you grew up inside the school and everything. You would know more than I would.
Yeah.
What would be top priority for you? That's what the people want to hear.
No, the top priority would be to ensure that there's proper infrastructure. And let me just say, this is a basic and a fundamental role of government, to provide us with adequate infrastructure.
Yes.
And they have failed us on this end. Now, I would ensure that the roads are properly resurfaced and they are maintained, and that for me is the critical part of it. The roads currently are not maintained. Now and then you see a little patch here, a little patch there. For example, in Dorsetshire Hill, the villagers, they could guarantee at least once per year that road is being patched, just prior to the National Heroes Day. Because the Prime Minister has to travel on that road.
But the roads are horrible up inside.
They have done some work there now. But going over to Queen's Drive area, those roads were awful. Now, let me put this into perspective, right? Now, in the government receives monies based on vehicle licenses, right? From vehicle licenses. Motor vehicle one, our driver's license, inspection fees as well. And I'm not sure if change of ownership and all that thing is
you pay a little something. You pay a little something. I don't know if
that should be allocated to that
right,
as well.
yeah.
Now, these monies that are collected should be allocated towards ensuring that we have proper road access.
They did say that.
Now they may complain and say, "Oh, we're not collecting enough," and this and that. However, last year there was an increase in all four basic taxes too. So that would mean there would be an increase in revenue collection.
Correct.
Okay. Now let us compare and be, as I said, be practical and be real about this. Now, this extra money is collected. This should be allocated directly to resurfacing roads, maintaining them. But the roads have gotten considerably worse.
Yes, by
and
far.
This is something that is glaring for
especially in
everybody
West
to see.
St. George. Oh my God.
And for example, we have a number of tourist sites that are extremely attractive. The Spa, for example,
right?
That road was patched probably sometime late last year or so forth. But prior to that, Fuji, that road, I mean, if you have a small car, so your style, it might have half of it might have basically gone down
the whole
into
thing.
the
You had to take
pothole.
your time, put
And
the
now-
whole vehicle in and ease out.
Exactly. So we're trying to promote tourism as a product as well too. But infrastructure complements the tourism
Of course
industry.
It will.
So when Sail and those other tours, when they're traveling around with the tourists, and the tourists they have to travel on these particular roads. I mean, there's no reason for them to return because I'm sure because of the ride that they I mean, it would be uncomfortable for them. So infrastructure must be my number one priority.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
For example, the road in Gome right now too. I don't know when last you. I think Shady probably lives up there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He not here to support my claim now.
But there want some works being done like Top Gome area going up.
Yeah, but they're
not
completed.
I mean, they're not.
Not completed, Fuji. I was up there.
Since Mansik sing this song, nothing official. Mansik walking down the road up inside the Mansik done sing tune differently.
Even before that, they've been walking on the road.
I mean the road ain't done.
The road ain't finished. Here what they have done. They have
Mansik catch you and run off on the project.
What
it will cost me what it see me. They got Mansik.
What they have done, right?
Right.
They included the drainage, the drains. Those were completed.
Right.
Going up from the Glatide Church.
Right.
But the road itself, and that I think that has been about 3 or 4 years.
But that's serious inconvenience.
Very much so, because for example, my brother Philip in Maracop, when persons from the Carrier area, that is the route they normally take.
Of course, because it's shorter.
That is a major inconvenience.
So, till now. So that road is in a mess now. I was up there on Thursday, and rain came. A fairly heavy shower came, and my father and I were there, and you could see the amount of water on the road. And what is clear to that, this government doesn't have a plan in place too, right? Now we have tropical weather patterns. We know when is the dry season. We know when is the hurricane.
We know when is the hurricane or the rainy season.
We're now into.
Exactly. Now you're waiting until the hurricane season to come and look and to fix roads.
Sometimes you see the thing is if you had to depend on getting a loan, you can't carry out the works before you get the loan. You have to wait until you get the money from the loan.
But as I said, Fuji, they're collecting revenue every month.
But that probably going to something else.
Oh well, we don't know because we have no proper accountability in the place.
There we go. And hopefully we'll get that.
Definitely.
We'll find out. We'll find out. West St. George, the Shaka Cupid is inside. Where is healthcare? We got some commercials coming up, but when we come back, because
It's 2025 and you had to leave from Belmont to go to Mespo if you get a nail show. That shouldn't be happening. 2025. When we come back, Shaka Cupid is inside with us.
It's in the feeling and all we talk. It's in the meaning.
Let's go! Boom 1069, the sound setter of radio.
Young got no money back calling me splurge. Why me jump right off the curb?
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we're telling now. Bend that over, let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 1069.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 1069.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
For 40 years, we've refined the rhythm of beer, mastering the balance of bold and smooth, crafting flavors that echo through SVG. Between the limes and the laughter, we've carried our expertise across the Caribbean, one brew at a time, perfecting the process, deepening the craft, learning what makes beer not just tasted, but felt. And now, with all that we've learned, we bring you what's next. The next wave of refreshment, the next chapter in our story, the next taste to define a generation, not just another drink. This is the extension of who we are, the next experience, the next icon, imagined and brewed right here at home. It's not just what's next for us, it's what's next for you. It's what's beyond expectations. Own it, define it, make your mark. Hyrule Next. This is the extension of passion, of possibility. Hyrule Next. The future of beer. Made in St. Vincent and the Grenadines by the hands that have mastered the craft for 40 years.
This isn't just a run. With each step begins a new journey. A journey of determination, persistence, and self-discovery. With each step, I am back on a quest to push myself beyond expectations, beyond standards. Each stretch, a reminder of the flexibility of the human spirit. With each step, I am breaking barriers. As I push to the finish, I'm filled with pride. Not just for what I've achieved today, but for the journey that has brought me here. This isn't just a run. It's a testament to the human spirit, and I am here for it. Island Sips, beyond standards, beyond expectations, beyond water.
It all started
with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
You're watching IKTV, channel 112. It's all about you.
The sound setter of radio.
Never got no money back calling me splurge. Watch me jump right off the curb.
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we're telling now. Bend that over. Let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 106.9.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 106.9.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar
donation, so no criminal will never see a station, never see a cell, not even a.
Remember, Kashaka Cupid is inside with us. Good morning, Western George.
Not post.
We take a little bit from this song and then we go back on the inside.
Company them just don't legit. Use the washing money, turn it round and hide it. When the kickback them come in, the government delight it. So police cancel operation, cause no real bad man a go station. Now if you check your situation, a blood money running nation. Come take a look in a Jamaica. Injustice in the place now. If what you see no really face them.
And for those of you who want to get inside 9 o'clock, we will open up the lines and facilitate your calls. All right, I know you anxiously want to get inside and so on and so forth. Something tells me that the internet dropped. And if you're seeing it, let me know if you're hearing me. If you're not hearing me on the live stream, let me know what's up over there. You realize something just happened. Anyways, Keshaka is inside with us. It's back to school. It's back to school. Of course, you might want to reach out to the kids. Hold on the calls. Please, hold on the calls. We'll facilitate the calls inside 9 o'clock. All right. How many schools up inside there?
There are 3 primary schools, 1 secondary school.
Right.
Yeah, Fitz and I basically. Dorsetshire Hill Primary School is in East Kingston.
Okay.
Really, but the
other side of the road.
Yeah,
the other side of the road.
On the other side.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so when Fitz and I were doing anything, we try
Collaborate.
to partner. Yeah,
Nice.
and collaborate.
So reach out to the kids in Western
well,
teachers, mommy, daddy, everybody.
Well, it's an important the beginning of a new school year for the children, teachers, parents, guardians, and I just want to encourage the children of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to stay focused in everything you do. You place the Most High first and foremost, and all things will be added unto you. And I just want the parents to support the children, continue provide for them, continue to motivate them and encourage them, because they're the future of our nation. And I am actually in this position to ensure that your children would have a bright future, and a bright future under an NDP administration. And so I just want to wish all and sundry a blessed term, and we look forward to forming government to welcome you in the second term of the in a new year.
You seem rather confident with this, boy. Where's the confidence coming from, though? I mean, being there, seeing it, you know what the people want. On the ground.
Well, you must have some level of trust and confidence in the people, because they're the ones who are going to support you and actually vote for you on election day. And based on my interactions with persons, and the manner in which our campaign is actually evolving, I am confident that we are in a position where we would form the next government, and this is due to a lot of hard work by each and every candidate as well too, because hard work brings success, and success doesn't happen overnight. And as I said before, politics calls for a lot of sacrifices.
Oh yeah,
and
it does.
I have seen my colleagues working tirelessly, and that is what I am all about, to working tirelessly to ensure that we bring about change in this country.
The betterment of the people.
Yeah, not just change for change's sake. Positive change.
Impactful.
And we looking to empower our people first and foremost. We don't want to continue the culture that is currently upon us, where persons are primarily dependent on the government for their livelihoods. We want to ensure that our people are independent and self-sufficient.
We'll touch on some of that before. We'll definitely touch on some of that. But here's one. Oh Lord, I lost it. I want to bring it back up. Now this is coming from a Western George man, but I want to share it now before I lose it in the live stream. All right. Shaka, blessed love, be careful and vigilant with some of these people in here. Most of them joined with Stephen and Chester and buried you alive during the candidate selection process. You seem to know what he is referring to. I'm not aware of what he is or even the names. He says, we Belfongo folks look out for each other. And you seem to know what he's talking about.
Yeah,
I don't know.
During my candidacy for the NDP, the Democratic Party, I obviously you would know that Louise and I, Miss Mitchell,
right.
We both of us contested, you could say competed to be selected, as the next, the representative for the New Democratic Party, and there were a number of things said that it didn't. On the personal front.
That.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. With my my failed marriage and so forth.
I wasn't aware that that is what it was.
Yeah,
that is what the person was alluding to.
Chester mentioned that I am a non-entity or something to that effect. So.
Wow.
But in politics, you gotta expect that. You gotta expect that. But I mean, that didn't affect you one way or the other. No. Remember, deep down, I know what is the truth. And on a personal front, though, my children mean the world to me. And
happy to hear that.
Yeah, I have two daughters. I was married for a number of years. However, the marriage failed, and that didn't prevent my ex-wife and I from we currently co-parenting.
Right.
But my children are currently living in the States with her.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I granted a permission to basically to migrate to them because an opportunity arose. They were born in the States.
Right.
The reason why I chose to do that, I made a decision. It wasn't very tough because my first daughter was born in 2010. Actually, I didn't get the opportunity to vote. She was born in late November, and elections were in early December. Back then, I was hoping for a governmental change as well.
Right.
But back then, I realized that this current administration is going down the wrong path. So I decided, I spoke to my ex-wife, and we made the decision to have our kids in the States because I wanted them to be afforded opportunities that my parents didn't give me. Because we always want better for our.
You haven't been the only one to have done that. I mean, it's an opportunity that anybody would grab.
Yeah, so that is what I did, and I mean it has. I know it's the right decision. I mean, I miss them on a daily basis.
Of course you would.
I mean, as a parent, you must learn to sacrifice. And this is sacrifice for the greater good.
Of course it is.
Yes.
Man, come on, man. From one proud father to another father, big up yourself.
Come on.
Keep up the great works. All right. Yeah. Now, we want to touch on healthcare for a little bit. That's where we left off before we took the break.
Yeah.
All right. Healthcare in West St. George. And like I also said, it's 2025. I can't see why I should still be leaving from Belmont to go a 20 minutes drive to Mespo in the case of an emergency.
Yeah.
You understand? So I had to leave from this constituency and go across. I mean, how many healthcare facilities we have in West St. George? I'm thinking one.
There's one currently.
There's one.
And there's one on the way.
We mean one. Oh, the one in Annisville.
Yes, the referral hospital.
Right, okay, right.
Yeah, that's another one.
Right, okay.
Yeah, but
the one that we have now.
The one that we have now was stationed in Bile.
That's the one in Bile.
But it has been since transferred to the community center in Daphne.
Oh?
Yeah, there are plans to do some rehabilitative work there.
How long
which
now?
have probably up there about 5 months or so, 5 to 6 months.
I wasn't even aware.
Yeah.
So that's what we do with community centers now.
Well, boy,
we leave them there just in case.
Well, we should name them multi-purpose centers too.
We leave them there just in case.
Yeah, because they're not functioning in the what they were really designed for too. Because I mean, a community center, I mean, it's there to really serve the community, but there's no major activities really happening there.
None.
Other than when we have sporting events, the bars and other things they utilize downstairs.
Right.
Yeah, but other than that, nothing is really happening. And healthcare is very, very important. And now part of my plan is to convert our clinic into a polyclinic.
You mean convert the present one or add one?
Well, enhance it. Because currently, as I said, the clinic has been transferred to the community center.
Right.
Now, let us be real here. 6 months have passed. And when you think about it, this current administration, they're known for poor maintenance when it comes to governmental buildings and structures. Okay, and if they were to be re-elected, God forbid, this particular clinic, it will continue to remain in the community center until next election, until the election after.
Yeah. Well,
and
after.
If you want to see real progress in West St. George, my people, we cannot afford to elect my opponent. I'm not calling anybody name. We know who my opponent is.
Right.
And the ULP administration. We cannot afford that. It would be an injustice to our people. We cannot afford that. We need to move on from this failed administration. Because they have failed miserably. And when you fail the people, Fuji, I mean, in your own conscience, these guys are unconscionable. You know? That's how I see them. Because when you turn up once every 5 years to ask people for the support, when you have neglected them for however long, I mean, you have no shame. Now, let me just put this. I like to put myself in other people's positions, right? If I was in my opponent's position, let me be fair to the people. I would not be contesting this current election.
Why?
Because you failed.
You mean at least
fail miserably.
Right. Okay.
So what? And I even mentioned it in my when I had my office opening and candidate launch that I mean he's a former teacher, educator, and we know what conditional passes are. You haven't met the requirement and the standard to be promoted, you know, but still you want to be promoted to a higher level and a higher calling. How you could be so unfair to people? No, let me be realistic, Fuji.
Is he looking for a conditional
pass?
Looking
for a conditional pass.
CP.
Yeah. Are you looking for a buy? No, the people deserve better than that.
Of course.
I mean,
healthcare should always be top priority, man.
I am a constituent and I mean, the type of representation we have received under this. Yeah. And let me be honest with you, I've been as you could see, all over the constituency, and the two representatives they mentioned in high esteem. Well, just recently those folks in Gome, they have really mentioned in a positive light Marcus De Freitas. That he only served one term.
Right, okay.
But they have spoken highly of the late Yvonne Francis Gibson and the Honorable Mike Brown.
Okay.
Those are the two who they have really spoken fairly highly of. And I mean, the other two representatives, they like they're feeding off each other. Because
the best in the West.
Yeah, they fed off each other, and I mean it's like you're just coming down a slippery slope. Things, and you can't stop the slide. But I am here to tell the people of West St. George, I am here to stop the slide and ensure that you are represented properly. I'm here to serve you in each and every capacity.
Now, you know, one of the first questions people are going to ask, how you plan to do it? When we come back, we'll start going in and how Keshaka Cupid MP, well, as an MP and an NDP government would make better the lives of every single constituent of West St. George. When we come back, keep it locked inside.
It's in the feeling in our weak side. It's in the meaning in our spot. It is the thing that sets us apart. Who we are. Cause the rhythm of life keeps pumping. Together going strong. No matter what, we keep things flowing. Before we will go all in. Our hands up in the sky. Celebrate, come let your rhythm flow.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
$220,000. That's the Super 6 jackpot for Tuesday, September 2nd. It's $220,000.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way, Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
Welcome to Chill Spot Bar and Grill, where cravings meet comfort all day, every day. Start your morning with our proud favorite breakfast: fluffy bakes, eggs, bacon, codfish, corned beef, and mouth-watering sandwiches, served with fresh juice, hot coffee, or soothing teas. Lunchtime, we got you. Dig into savory chicken and shrimp pastas, roasted chicken and pork, or local seafood like codfish and blackfish, with sides like rice and peas, seasonal veg, plantain, or breadfruit. And when you just want a quick bite, Chill Spot's got crispy fries, juicy wings, chicken tenders, fish fingers, or our signature thin crust pizzas.
Let's go! Boom 106.9, the sound setter of radio.
Young got no money back calling me splurge. Why me jump right off the curb?
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we're telling now. Bend that over, let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 106.9.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 106.9.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm